So I guess you bought the 15-inch blaze. I'm going to show you how to put it together. First thing you're going to need is a couple of larger adjustable wrenches for the propane line. More importantly, you're going to need a couple of 1/2-inch wrenches. So we're going to start with the handle parts. We have a bunch of hardware, a bunch of bolts and nuts. They're all identical. So I would say just grab the big V part and start. The way this is going to work is you're going to end up lining the two parts up, but you're going to use one of these brackets. So you got 3 of these brackets that come with the kit. So go ahead and put that over top of your top holes, right? And then put a bolt through, right? See how I'm doing that? So I put my bolts through. It's all lined up, and then those bolts just go through the bottom. So you might have to work it around a little bit, but they'll go in. And then just put a couple of nuts on. We'll wait till the end to tighten everything up, but these will hold together. Once you've got the bottom V, now we're gonna go to the middle. Same thing, grab a coupling, put it on over top, couple of bolts through, and then we're just gonna put that on the other one. Same thing, put on a couple of nuts, but don't tighten them up. And then we're gonna do our last piece, which is our curved top handle. Same thing, you're gonna put the bracket over and your bolts through. Even though it's round, it works perfectly. And throw those through handle. All right, now starting with this one, I'm going to tighten them up. All right, those are tight. Now we're gonna move on to the blade. All right, so we're just gonna line this up and tilt down. You've got one that's gonna go on the outside and one on the inside. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a nut on as I put through each bolt, but I'm not gonna tighten anything up till the end. It may be a little tight. It's all right, it'll close up fine. All right, once you have all that ready to go, you can tighten them up. All right, next I'm gonna put the wheel in. So actually first, make sure you put in the bronze bushings. So a couple of bronze bushings, one on each end. Then you can lift over the body. Just line it up. Push it through. Make sure you put the bracket outside the bronze so that you don't accidentally push it through when you put this axle in. See how I did that? Okay. Now we're gonna put on the cotter pins. Just push the straight side through the slot. Actually, I'm gonna use my multi-tool pliers, just so I don't hurt myself. And we'll put the other side in. All right. So now the whole body is assembled, and we're gonna add our hoses. You should get 3 zip ties, set those aside. Your hoses come with a coupling that connects together in the middle, and then one of them's got a propane attachment, and one of them has a coupling on it. That coupling is what's gonna attach onto your flame. So you're gonna just carefully spin it on so that it doesn't get cross-threaded. And once you've started it, you can kind of rotate it. Once it gets tight, you can use your wrench to tighten it up, right? So just tighten it up real good. Then we're gonna take our 2 hoses and we're gonna join them. This is a much easier connection because this is a swivel flare connection. So get that on there, and we're going to tighten that up. And the next thing you do is just connect it to your propane tank and go flame. You just zip tie them on to keep the hose nice and in line with the handle. That's it, so enjoy your blaze. Hey guys, so if you have bought the Blaze 15 and you got a squeeze valve, I'm going to show you how to put it together. Your Blaze is going to come with a couple of flare connections on the ends of the hoses and a flare, like a joining fitting. What we're going to do is we're going to remove this little adapter. So just loosen it up and it should come out really easily. You can keep that for in the future if you ever want to take it off. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our squeeze valve onto the handle. So all you're going to do is slide it up over the handle. You've got 3 options for holes. I'm going to put it in the middle one. But if you got bigger hands, you may want to put it further away, and if you got smaller hands, you may want to put it closer together. So you're just going to put the screw down in one of the holes. It doesn't tighten or anything. Once you get the hoses on, it holds it wonderfully. Next, I'm going to attach my hoses onto the squeeze valve. This is the tank one. It's got the POL fitting at the back, or maybe regulator if you bought a regulator. I'm going to attach it onto the back, and then I'm going to attach my flame blade onto the front. Tighten these up with wrenches. You don't have to go crazy because they're flare fittings, so they tighten up really fast. But just get them nice and snug. And then now you've got squeeze valve. You'll definitely want to deal with this hose a little bit, the one that used to go to your tank. So I'd just zip tie it on a couple of times and make sure it's not going to go anywhere with the zip ties that we provided. Enjoy your squeeze valve. Now is the best time to add the grip that came with your Blaze flame weeder. Easiest way to do this is to attach a piece of tape over the end of the tubing to keep air from escaping, and we're going to end up putting air into the hole in the end of the grip. So I'm going to push it on as much as I can, and then I'm going to take my air nozzle and put it up against the end. And while I'm putting air into the grip, I'm just going to slide it forward. That's it. Now I want to show you how to remove it. The easiest way to remove the grip once it's installed is to essentially roll it off of the tubing. So I'm just going to start at the forward end and I'm going to slowly roll it back to me. It's a little difficult, but it'll work. And then you can do whatever service you need to do to the Blaze and then put it back on like you did the first time. So if you have a regulator and you need to install it on your 15-inch Blaze, you're going to need some extra seal tape, some wrenches. You can use adjustable wrenches, but you just need to be able to take this coupler out. So one of your hoses that came with your Blaze has a POL fitting on it, and we're going to be installing this regulator here. So first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take these parts off. So always use wrenches, right? Unscrew the coupler, right? Then you're going to unscrew the POL, right? So now I have coupler. This gets discarded. Don't need that. I'm just going to check the threads. I would add a little thread tape, right? So one full round of extra thread tape. Your regulator has an arrow on it, right? See the little arrow? So that means I want to put my POL on the opposite side from the arrow. Right? It also says in and out. So in's coming from, this goes into your propane tank, right? So that's where the gas is going to be coming in, and it's going to be going out to your hose. So screw it on there, right? Make sure it's nice and tight. Right, So now we've got a regulator installed. Gas is going away from your tank. POL is going to go into your tank. Great, so your POL goes here. Remember, it is reverse thread. So screw it in. Right, get a wrench and tighten that down this way. Reverse thread. Then you're ready to go.